All right. I think that about does it. Hey guys. Hey. Hi. It's me. It's Tech. It's Tech Tango. How you guys doing? Uh, for all zero of you watching the Twitch stream live, sorry for taking so long. I not only did I start the stream earlier than I had anticipated starting it, um, I I found the Fantasy High webtoon for the first season of Fantasy High, and it's kind of all I've been doing with my afternoon. Um, really good. God, I love Fantasy High so much. That's not the time. Um, some of you may wonder why we're still playing the old Ataraxia version. For those of you who know, yes, this is for those of you who don't know, this is in fact yes still the old Ataraxia version. All of these guys are in the new one. They're all like in a one giant line. And that is because the other day I started to go on to I booted up the Ataraxia remake remaster, and with the intent of just kind of skipping through everything. But then a part of me was like, well, you also got to practice listening to Japanese, for your Japanese study. So maybe slow down and listen. Plus, the voice acting is really good usually. I think they re-recorded the lines, but I'm not sure. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll just listen. But then as part of that, I started reading again, and now I'm just reading Ataraxia from the beginning again. But I have been taking notes as best I can, because in kind of the style of how I played through Heaven's Feel, and I was going back and forth between the censored and uncensored versions. There hasn't been very many major differences between this original version and the remaster, aside from one thing. But I do have some extra notes here, which was mainly kind of observations made while reading stuff from the beginning. So if anybody here remembers how Ataraxia starts, it starts with the athletic clubs training sleepover at Issei's temple, and they're telling scary stories around each other. And Issei's, I'm remembering, Issei's scary story had to do with a woman bringing her son back from the grave for her dying, and he tried to bring it back. He tried to bring her back. It was like a return, but they make mention that they make it a very pointed point, I guess, to say that only the living can bring back the dead. Like they say it at least 3 different times. So I think it's at least something interesting to keep in mind, especially considering I'm not quite sure what's going on with Bazet. I'm going to put a pin in that thought. Although I will say, Emiya's ghost story appeared to be the story of Angra. Angra, mind you, there was like, they fucking stuck a twig, he said twig, through my tongue so I can't speak, and then, cut all my limbs off my body so I could barely, this whole thing. I read it like, actually it's probably a month or 2 ago. But it was very much like, yeah, I know this one story, and it just so happened to be the story of Angra, mind you. Oh yeah, that's right. Something that I thought was interesting, but I don't really have an answer for is was after the what's it called? After the horror stories ended, when we get to Bazette and her little in the mansion. The first time she gets up and looks in the mirror, she says something is there which shouldn't be there, and something else is missing, which I thought was very interesting, because you can. I'm gonna here. Just make sure I'm covering my tracks here. Yeah. We already know she's missing an arm. Although I will say, okay. So the note that I made was you can kind of see Bazette's missing arm in the beginning, but it's kind of hard. Now that I remember that it's actually this arm and not this one, that's not entirely accurate. The way that the way it's positioned in the remake is that you can kind of see like maybe this is like a little jagged edge. But now that I know it's this arm, I'm like, oh, fucking, yeah, I was wrong. But yeah, it's clearly like, oh, the thing that's missing is supposed to be her arm, which leaves the thing. Sorry, the thing that's not supposed to be there is the arm, which means the thing that's missing is very interesting. I think it might be Ku's earring, because she also had that when they were going out in the hunt before getting killed by the Saber twins. That was an interesting thing. Yeah, you can see it here. Before being killed here. But I don't know. I don't know for sure. Oh, also, the one major thing that I noticed between redo and the original is Ilya's nickname here in the original is White Girl, because she's, you know, got the white hair and generally dresses in white clothes and all that stuff. She has been since re-nicknamed to Winter Girl, presumably because they didn't want anybody being like, they keep calling her White Girl, which seems not bad, but like, why? Very atonal. But yeah, that's enough about things in the past. It's time to go back forward to a new loop. Oh gosh. Yep. Sometimes I do wish I had just restarted. Oops, shit, nope. Yeah, well, whatever. Wait, next day? Oh no! Alright, well, we're on day 3 now. Didn't mean it that way, but hey, whatever. Do an extra loop then. You know what? Hold on. No, I don't think there's anything I can get from the Taiga dojo. So this one has a lot of things that I need to get to. So what's going on, Saber? Tea is what's going on. We've just finished our lunch. As I relax with a cup of tea. By the way, did anything interesting happen while I was gone? An interesting question. All of a sudden, a question comes up. Not really. Wait, didn't Sakura's letter say anything about that? All she wrote down was that you dictated to her, Emi-kun, in really exacting detail. She did write everyone's doing well here, but then it had to be her just sugarcoating everything. I see. Whatever actually happens, Sakura will want Tosaka to worry, and that consideration went into her letter. Looks like Tosaka knows that too. I heard that Sakura wasn't feeling well, but there wasn't anything about it in that letter. So I got to thinking about it. Oh, yeah, I see. Sakura did catch a little bit of a cold, but everything else has been just fine. And I've seen Fujini come down with so much, and I've never seen Fujini come down with so much as a runny nose. That brings to mind the adage about how idiots can't catch colds, but rather than that, it's more like the disciple she subjects herself every day to on an entirely different level. Discipline, sorry. So it seems like you want to hear about whether Saber or Ryder have been feeling unwell, I take it? Saber's doing great, actually. She's, you know, hale and hearty. Could be running the Arimakintan? I don't play that game. A horse and clover? Interesting. And does she and Sakura have appetites befitting the season? Both of them eat so much, I wonder whether they're gearing up to hibernate for the winter. Winter. As the one who has to prepare the food for them, it's quite troubling. Well, even I'm bound to have times when I worry about how much rice I have to cook.
No matter how much of a dragon-type element Saber has, I don't think she'd retreat into her den and hibernate over the winter.
Dragon type? Pokemon
now? She used the term I've never heard before, and it brings a puzzled look and frown to my face. Huh? Emiukin? Didn't you know? One of Saber's most important elements is the highest of the illusionary types, the dragon type.
I know what that means.
No, that I know.
Saber's similar to a dragon in some ways, right? That's what they replaced that the H scene in the Fate Rod with. The explanation of that. Actually, you could say that it's the only thing I know.
Emiukin, when you hear the word dragon, what comes to mind?
Ugh. Out of all the creatures in fantasy, the dragon is undoubtedly at the top, or so I heard.
One thing's for sure, it's not something humans can fight against. The,
king of all animals.
Dragons have eyes that kind of look like a lizard, whiskers and tusks. They can breathe fire and fly, the man sacrifices young maidens, that sort of thing. It'd be quite amusing if Saber was really like that.
Can't deny that. I can certainly imagine Saber spitting out flames whenever Fujini tries to snatch her afternoon snacks.
So they're still at it, I see. I should do an elementary analysis of Fujimura-sensei sometime. It wouldn't surprise me if you were part fairy.
No, fairies are a different beast altogether. We don't want to fucking around in that territory, personally. Were she actually to do that, I think I'd be brave enough to... I don't think I'd be brave enough to look at the results. Back to the main topic. Oh, and dragons also hoard gold and shiny objects.
To use of the treasure hoards in dragons' lairs is what leads to them being classified as illusionary. But do you recall Saber ever saving up anything?
I don't know. She does seem to be into personal health and household economizing, so I feel like that might fall in line with her interests. But even if she has that in her disposition, I doubted she'd bother actually start saving. Besides that, living 1,000 years at sea, 1,000 years in the mountains, swimming up the Yangtze River to leap up the Dragon Gate.
Clouds rising, a dragon will appear? Is it an oriental dragon this time?
A king of beasts and a god of beasts isn't quite the same thing, is it? Other legends of dragons. Let me think.
Saber doesn't have 5 claws, being a king and all. Saber does have 5 claws, being a king and all.
I was about to say that. 5 dragon claws are the symbol of the emperor in many Chinese dynasties, after all. What else? Oh yeah. This one concerns the Oriental version too. Is it the reverse scale? That every dragon has one special Gekidian scale? The reverse scale.
Gekidian. Interesting.
There's always a single scale growing backwards on the dragon's body. Legend says that if you happen to touch it, no matter how gentle the dragon may be, he will lose himself in rage.
Oh my. Do you suppose Saber has one of those as well?
I'm let down by her all too quick reply. Holding the teacup in my hand to start staring at Tosaka.
Seeing how well she fared with regards to all the positive qualities, there's no way she's gotten enough without inheriting something like a Gekidian. Gekidian? It's nothing like an Achilles heel, but it does restore some sense of balance, doesn't it?
An Achilles heel is a weakness, right? No matter how you look at it, a Gekidian is more like a fault or a defect of sorts.
Gekidian. Fault, weakness, and defects are all the same. What I'm talking about isn't in Saber's individual balance, but the overall balance of nature. If a being that is flawless and eternally invincible is allowed to exist, the cycle will grind to a halt. A being stronger than anyone else will surely have a few flaws that is worse than everyone else's.
I get it. Let's see, for example... someone who can master just about everything, but will stumble upon the very last hurdle, making a big mess. Point.
Oh, really? changed to single draws? Hey, why are you being so quiet all of a sudden? You got something to say?
Oh, no, not me.
I was just thinking about, you sure did well breaking it all down. Does Saber really have one? If she does, and I just happen to brush against it in public.
What the fuck?
Is that what happened? Bro, where did you get that? Why is this what comes to your mind?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, sisters.
Somehow looks kind of fun. What's the matter, Amy-kun? Daydreaming?
A little bit.
What, did something interesting cross your mind?
Not really.
Nothing like that, anyway. I covered it by drinking some tea.
This is kind of bad.
I've been corrupted by Tosaka's malice, finding ways to tease and make fun of Saber. What was I thinking? You're acting way strange today.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Just my personal observation. So you don't have to worry even a tiny bit about it, okay? I'll be your backstage support and just give you a little push.
So what's this all about?
Beats me. Tosaka feigns ignorance as she stands up. Well then, do excuse me. It's really none of my business, but I do have some sympathy for you, Amy-kun. You are a master, therefore you have to manage your servant properly.
Have you even spoken to Archer, like, at all since coming back? I don't think you two have even shared a scene outside of the Tosaka shrine or whatever.
If you come upon something that could possibly invite trouble, then you have to check it out, no matter how unappealing it may be. See ya. Tosaka disappears into the hallway with a spring in her steps. Master's duty, huh? I was only a bit curious about this Yakiden business, but she's right. Maybe I should investigate it a little further. Yakiden.
Oh, shit. Extended.
Shirou, are you heading back to your room?
Saber?
What great timing. Speak of the devil,
Saber.
Wow. A single scale growing backwards. Yakiden.
You know, applying what I already know, I can kind of think of something that might set her off.
So somewhere around her is a spot which will land me in a hot soup if I touch it? Is something the matter? You look rather pale.
Sorry, I guess I was just thinking. I can't. I'm gonna save that one for a thumbnail later.
It's gotten into my head, and it's no use putting the brakes on it now. Does Saber have a Girikin? Yakiden? What is it really? Can't let it go until I find out.
Saber, can I borrow you for a sec?
Yes, Shirou? You're getting that sound in your voice, like shenanigans are about to happen. Your collar is a bit crooked. I reach for Saber's neck. My fingers gently touch her silky white skin. Shirou? Don't move, it's all wrong. Saying that, I caress Saber's neck. I don't feel anything out of place with my fingers. It's either the Gekiden goes on the underside of the dragon's chin, but I guess it's not there. You're acting way strange today. Today. Duty day. I refrain from any further remarks. Shirou, My collar... Just a little more. Your ribbon's also a little bit off. Using straightening her already straight ribbon as an excuse, I touch her nape. Brother man. I gently brush the loosely hanging hair behind her neck, and my heartbeat rises for no apparent reason. I am just looking at for Saber's Gekiden, so I don't have to feel guilty. Do I? Sorry, Sensei. There's no Gekiden in sight, and my sanity won't hold much longer either. Oh. Then you shall aim for her back. When a besieged castle refuses to surrender, pull in the heavy artillery. Wow, she had anticipated this way ahead of time. My eternal gratitude towards you, oh Grandmaster Jui Ren. Sure, you can't. That place is... I get closer to her and graze her standing hair with my face, or a hoge. This thing is in my way. To touch her back, I calmly brush it aside. The hoge? Huh? For some reason, I'm laying on my back, facing upwards. Oh no, are you alright, Shirou? I silently assess the damage. Having landed the right way, there are no injuries. I am very sorry. I instinctively... Am I wearing my shirt inside out again? God damn it. That's why it felt so weird. What is this one? Were you the one who tossed me? Yes, I held your wrist and tossed you away with all my strength, much how Lancer does it. I see now. It was a 6-meter megaglide from the veranda down to here. I should have informed you earlier. I have carelessly allowed an old habit of mine to surface and caused you to get hurt. I'm alright. Being touched by a man, she became embarrassed and flung me away. No, that's not it. The moment I brushed that one strand of hair aside, I was instantly hurled away, as if activating a conditioned reflex. Are you able to stand? Let me get help. I'm fine. You said you should have... Tell me something. What is it? It is about this strand of hair jutting out of my head. My ahoge. What, you don't like that being touched? Saber nods deeply. I've taken a fancy to that strand ever since a long time ago, but it looks like it's important to her as well. It is a rather long story. Alright, why don't we just go back to the veranda first? Ouch. Landing on hard ground is no easy experience. This story goes back to before I united all of Britain. Wait, we're getting in a fucking intense story with this music about her fucking ahoge? This is a silly, silly game. And during that time, I was engaged in battles against various lords who were opposed to my enthronement as king. With the good advice of Old Man Merlin, my teacher, and the divine protection of the Lady of the Lake, I went from one battlefield to the next, accompanied by my brave, loyal knights, all for the sake of the country and its people. I fought against 11 other kings, but in reality, they were all forced to kneel before another powerful monarch. His name was King Reinzi? I don't know. French. Together with his younger brother, Nero, and the powerful king assumed lordship over the northern land. Nero, you say? Ah, I know the story. It's the one about the famous King Reince and his robe? You say famous, I say... Continue the story, please. King Reince's messenger arrived at my castle and declared haughtily, "The great King Reince has conquered 11 kings, exacted oaths of fealty to them, cut their beards, and used them as decorations for his robe. With the last beard, his robe will be complete. King Arthur, hand over your beard, which you don't have, and swear undying loyalty to the king. or else you shall perish and your entire kingdom shall be destroyed. As I thought. Yeah, that's not going to work. Saber can't grow a beard, you see. Not only is she a girl, she's also somewhat adolescent. This is my reply to the messenger. I regret to say I have neither a beard in my possession nor a knee that would bend in King Reince's presence. In fact, soon enough King Reince will bow to me, and it will not be just the beard, but his head that shall be separated from his person. Yeah, that's Saber. After being told off like that, King Reince would have no choice but to return quietly. King Reince was incensed when he heard my reply. And after having my appearance described to him by the messenger, he sent him back with his pompous reply. How haughty are you, King Arthur? Now I shall shave off the hair standing on your head and use it to adorn my robe. Hold on. Isn't it just the beards he was after? Oh, wait a second. The hair. That's how he was referring to that strand of hair. Obviously, is there anything else King Reince could possibly want? I don't know, your bangs? I don't know. Shirou, please do not interrupt my story with trivial questions. This is where things get interesting. Okay, sorry. Shit. That is fine. Well, then after that, the part of our battle became a fight to see whether I could defend my hair or not. Since then, my opponents have always provoked me by sneering at my strand of hair, threatening to cut it off, tie a knot to it, decorate it with a ribbon, even plant a flower on top. Consequently, I had a duty to guard my strand of hair well for the sake of my country. The battles were long and fierce, but I ended them with a dignified victory. Ever since then, my hair became a symbol of my kingdom's prestige. It is as important as my life itself. Yes, even the queen herself was not permitted to touch the strand of hair. That's how it was. Do you understand now, Shirou? Because of that, I would like you not to touch my hair. Ahem, Saber says so proudly. Let me see. Oh, by the way, when it does these things where it's like, ahem, person says so, they don't actually voice that. It's kind of weird about it. I was tossed into the air and landed unconscious just now, right? Shirou, what is the matter? Well then, question if you would. The battles ended with your victory, right? If so, did you ever Did you get even by shaving off King Reince's beard? He was taken prisoner. I wanted to chop his head off, but I was stopped by my teacher. Repaying malice with malice will only deepen the hatred. You should not demand a head for a head, or a beard for a beard. That Hammurabi fellow is a right git. Therefore I did as my teacher said. Well, what did he say? We used a magic hair growth formula on King Reince's sideburns and mustache. His younger brother Nero was let it off by having his eyebrows connected into one. We made sure he would remember the price of his boast every time he looked into a mirror. Well, alright then. You can call it a bloodless victory, but it has a very, childish solution. You can thank Merlin for that. Poor King Reince and his brother Nero was to be made into laughingstocks for the rest of their lives. I see. I didn't know there was such deep history to that single strand of hair of yours. Okay. Yes, so my humble apologies for that brief outbreak of an old habit just now. Don't worry about it. I'm the one at fault here anyway. I mean, it's my mistake for carelessly intruding on such a history-laden sensitive spot. King Reince, thank you for your understanding. You can also say that a woman's hair is the symbol of her magical powers. If it is stolen by her due to her carelessness, it is sometimes used as an amulet for curses. A curse on the king brings calamities to the kingdom. Consequently, you could say that the price of hair is doubly important. I guess this is pretty grave. Wait a minute. If that's where Saber's weakness is, then don't tell me that... Shirou? Hearing my name being called, I look up. Huh? Why does Saber look so grim? You were kind enough to straighten my ribbon for me, but I do wonder why you would feel the need to stroke my neck repeatedly as you did so. That wasn't a very good excuse, was it? Going so far as the nape. Sure, what on earth could be the reasoning behind your actions? Nothing. Really? My hand slipped a bit, all. Well, it wasn't really my hand, but my morals that slipped first. Oh, really? Shirou? Does that mean you would simply stroke around a girl's neck as if it were nothing at all? Not really. No, really, there's nothing to it. Oh yeah, let me bring some snacks and tea over. Just make yourself comfortable here. Please wait. Shirou, I would like to ask you to please look me in the eyes one more time and answer my question. I have a foreboding sense of doom. Don't tell me that Saber's immune to the allure of afternoon snacks. All of a sudden. Shirou, are you averting your eyes and being very quiet? Shirou, you are averting your eyes and being very quiet. I cannot help but develop some deep suspicions. Shit. Now answer, why did you do such a thing? Do tell. The intimidating atmosphere having developed a tinge of bloodlust is threatening to suffocate me. Ugh. Looks like I really am stuck. Oh, Master Juiren, I do not know what to do. I don't think I can escape even if I tried. It's like I have to answer her honestly. I was looking for a Gekirin. Gekirin. Gekirin? Gekirin. Seeing as you're a dragon type, I thought you might have a scale on you that grows backwards. Steal a glance at Saber. Ugh, an icy look. I see. A scale, is it? Ugh, icy cold voice. Yeah. Legend says that if one touches it, the dragon will fly into a rage. Feeling awkward to try to avert my gaze, but I can't. Oh, that's a new one. I think I see sparks fly off her any moment now. Here she comes. Shirou! Yes! What do you think I am? To catch me, a knight and a swordsman, and check for a scale? There's a limit to how rude you can be. During those days, I would thrown down the gauntlet and duel the one who dares to humiliate me in such a way. Her body's shaking. She's mad like never before. And there's the culprit right there. Besides, how could you possibly mistake me for a dragon? Yes, I inherited the element of a dragon, but to treat me as one? I cannot believe you would be so ignorant. Making such a mistake. As a master, you are pathetic. The storm rages on. Alas, so this is how I meet an end. Killed while being scolded. Busyness assails me. Do not give up if you don't know. There's still a chance for survival. No way. Still seeing these nasty illusions even now. Finally, what on earth possessed you to start amusing yourself by looking for others' peculiarities? Such improper behavior is completely out of line. Should go over us out now. Sudden transformation after being touched? Do you really think that there's such a dark side to me? I do not hide my personality at all. You should know that very well, Shirou. Saber's tension keeps rising with no limit in sight. At this rate, it won't be long before I'm kneeling for 10 hours straight, forced to prepare a Manchuhan Imperial feast, and the grandest meal ever taken over 3 days and 3 nights for all attendees at once. Do you have a way out of this bind, O Grandmaster? The enemy is pushing forward recklessly, neglecting to guard the rear. Sun Tzu once said, during battles, use the orthodox to engage, but use the extraordinary to attain victory. Basically, if you want to defeat her, you must make her stronger for a while. Okay. Huh? Wait, Grandmaster. No, you're the reason behind this mess. Shirou, are you listening? Yeah. If you are listening, then I want you to correct your statement. That you made a mistake by assuming such a scale ever grew on my body, that I possess no such dark side. Say it. That you will never aspire to such delusions ever again. An opening! You were far too preoccupied with Emiukin, Saber. Oh, your back was wide open. Hilariously so. Rin? What are you doing? There was a limit even to pranks. Nope, that won't do. Emiukin, this is your last chance. Well, I do wonder where Saber's Gekirin could lie. Gekirin could lie. I see. Gekirin is her weakness. You'll just have to imagine a monkey being exhausted after having its tail caught. Needless to say, Saber's Gekirin is... The next instant, I stretch out my hand. No, don't do it, Shirou. Go, go! I'd love to see a weakened Saber. Encouraged by the irresponsible cheer, my left hand grasps victory. I firmly seize the golden strand of hair. In that moment... An ominous chill courses through my body as if the entire house was turned into a freezer. No, this is no mere chill, but the sound of Excalibur being released? Saber? Wow. The commoners are being blown away. God was here. He made sure to deliver divine punishment and departed like the wind. Ow. I gingerly lift my body. Thanks to Tosaka's mischief, I was flung into the air again. It hurts. I actually hit my back. Oh, hey. They're using that one again. That was horrible. What did I do to deserve this? How can you possibly ask that with a straight face? You definitely reaped what you sowed. And successfully tricked me into becoming your accomplice. What? We did achieve our goal in the end, didn't we? Well, what happened? We know without a doubt that Saber's Gekirin is the curly strand of hair. That's how it ended up being. Saber vehemently denied having anything like a Gekirin or flying off the handle because of it, but it turned out to be exactly that. Looks like it's as far from being a weakness, though. Or rather, it may seem like a fault to the individual, but to the opponents like us, it's the worst strength ever. Saber actually blew both of us away indiscriminately. That's okay. One reason why Saber's the best in her class is the ability to remain calm. Getting angered easily means more openings for the enemy to attack. Oh. Yeah, looks like she's itching to take Saber head on. I see. So that's why you wear red, Tosaka. Do you gain anything by me wearing red? What is the... It's not so much as me gaining as you losing. By the way, I thought Saber would have charged towards us by now, but she's being pretty calm. Now that you mention it, I thought she would definitely come after you in a rage. Well, you just touched her, right? I wonder if her Gekirin only activates for an instant. That'd be fortunate for us. It's great that we found a spot we were looking for, but I don't think we can bear her with her raging for an entire day just because her hair was touched. She'd be switched from Saber to Berserker class. Yeah, you're probably right. Saber being mad the whole time. I can't imagine it. If such a king exists, I'd really pity the people working for him. Since we got our answer, let him go back. I bet Saber's still angry. We should probably apologize to her. Tosaka will do it together. Alright, I get it. I understand the situation perfectly. I'm sure you do. Her rage may have subsided, but her feelings are still hurt, I'm sure. I have to make an honest apology and swear not to touch Saber's curly hair and jest over again. Hey, Saber. I call out to her. Saber responds calmly. Oop, yep, there it is. Shirou, something the matter. Huh? Her dark side is... The corridor distorts around her. Suppressed killing intent. Her Gikirin-induced rage mistakenly seemed to be her weakness that subsided, but our Saber ended up undergoing a total killer-style transformation. She isolate glares at her prey, which foolishly returned to the lion's den. Saber? Saber? We shudder in utter fear. Saber does not twitch a single muscle. Her doll-like pretty face has turned into something extremely terrifying. Tosaka, I pass. Can't do this anymore. I don't know what to do. Hey, that's cheating, Amiya-kun. You're the one saying we should apologize together. The prey goes around in circles. Finally, after seeing the Tosaka shield deployed, Emiya shield deployed cycle repeat for the 9th time, the lion gets fed up with our antics. Shirou, Rin, Dark Saber, Saber Alter even, steps in with no hesitation. I'm gonna get eaten. I'm so sorry, Saber. I took the joke too far. Using Emi as a shield, Tosaka flees Saber's view. You are annoying, Rin. Did something happen to justify such a racket? Saber sounds completely indifferent. The prey are exchanging stupefied looks. Saber, about what happened just now. I do not remember anything, Shirou. Do not ask me about it. She answers plainly. It is difficult to comprehend, but Saber's not angry at all. Or, is she? Saber, can I ask you something? What happened to your usual violence? The usual, color? Are you saying there was something wrong with me? No, not at all. Not the slightest bit out of place. You're the usual Saber. Isn't that right, Emiya-kun? I frantically nod in agreement. Then there is nothing to discuss. Let us eat now. I shall change. Rin, provide a change of clothes for me. Okay. Would my clothing be acceptable? I like your attire, but I shall have some variety today. Tosaka energetically shows Saber the way while making sure to maintain a healthy distance between them. Emiya-kun, I'll buy you some time somehow. Just take care of the lunch, please. Give it your all right? You have my word. Our lives are at stake here. Veen? Yes, ma'am. I'll be there in a flash. Weeping, Tosaka assumes the role of Saber's guide. Down on ya. No matter how much time I have, I'll never be able to cook a meal that would fully satisfy Saber. But even Tosaka can keep stretching her patience for more than 30 minutes. Oh, but not even Tosaka. According to a Japanese legend, it was alcohol that an 8-headed giant snake, Yamato no Orochi, was eventually appeased with. Yeah, that's right. Meat, alcohol, and money are what's always been used on those guys since ancient times. This has somehow fired me up. So my cooking will be used to calm down an angry giant dragon. The true worth of my cooking, the skills that I've honed over 10 years, everything is being put to the test. Oh, that's cute. It tastes horrible, Shirou. It took less than half a day for your abilities to degenerate. Disintegrate, sorry, that's what it was. Way too harsh. I don't know what's worse, that my 10 years of cooking experience has been diminished with a single bite, dismissed with a single bite, or that the one who did it was Saber, who always eats with a beaming smile. Saber, of all. Miyakun, you're crying. I understand how you feel, but now's not the time. We need to do something fast. Oh, leave me alone. Do you have any idea how wonderful the time I spent eating with Saber was? Spare me some sympathy. It's true, I don't have any idea. Alright. Just cry all you want. Rin, that shoddy food that you never make right. Show it to Shirou. King's command is heard from the living room. You don't mean that? Obviously, with lots of mustard. Tosaka, what is that? Can you actually make something that Saber likes more than any of my seafood hot pot? There's no way she'd like it. Well, I'll teach you the recipe since that's what she desires. Surely you'll have no trouble with at all making it. Tosaka opens the refrigerator with a disapproving look on her face. The ingredients are ground beef, lettuce, tomatoes, cheese, ketchup, and mustard. Don't tell me it's a dirt cheap, simple food that fills one's stomach and nothing else. One of the top 3 contenders of the list of crude food that Saber hates the most, and it's none other than a hamburger. A powerful rhythm echoes through the living room. I made that exactly as instructed by Tosaka. Saber doesn't say anything, but has an extremely satisfied look on her face. Is that what they mean by takes a king to no one? Her Majesty Saber is eating the king of junk food. A hamburger. As if it were a mere snack. Oops, shit. Mogul. The refrigerator is almost empty now. Grasping the gravity of the situation immediately, Tosaka brings out her bicycle for a provisioning run. Oh, is this the punishment for playing along with the devil? Tosaka net said those words. Surely this wouldn't have. Still weeping, I continue to make hamburgers. I'm glad that Saber's eating my cooking happily, but why hamburgers of all things? Shirou, second. I want a value meal next. It really is like Saber to have such a vocabulary stick to her mind. One value meal coming right up. I need to smile even as I'm kneading the meat. An hour passes. While Saber's full, lunch doesn't end, and a smiles-free policy remains in force at Emikemiya's. Ooh. I hope it's a Saber Alter one. Wow. Jesus Christ. Okay. I don't think it's him because I think he's the ending. So there's 2 different Tosakas, and then there's something with Sakura here. Why don't the station, and that's at the temple. Specifically at the temple gate, so maybe we'll see Assassin. That could be interesting. Climb towards the temple gate. Actually, I've always been impressed by the fact that Issei, Kuzuki-san climb up and down these stone steps every day. Well, temple monks are said to be generally good walkers. No wonder, living on top of a mountain would certainly give your legs a good workout. Huh? I strained my eyes. I never thought I'd see this red silhouette here. Oh, Emiya-kun, were you going to visit Issei? What about you? Sure is brave of you to go inside enemy territory. We exchange appropriate greetings. You're exaggerating. It's not soccer, and I'm not playing the away game. This is Issei's home base. Maybe no match for you otherwise, but here, proud to be cheering for him. The temple is Issei's family home. Kuzuki-sensei and Castor are there too. Castor and Issei may not get along well, but Tosaka is still their common enemy. Entering an enemy mage's stronghold puts you at an overwhelming disadvantage. It's practically a death wish. Yep, I guess my lessons really did have an effect on you. Well done, Tosaka nods. Actually, you might have hit the nail on the head. No. Actually, you might have hit the nail on the head. It's not just Ryudo-kun. Seems the rest of his family doesn't care much for me either. My father and grandfather seem to have had a hard time dealing with the people of his temple too. Well, that's just how it is, isn't it? A mage family remaining on good terms with generation after generation of head monks would be pretty unusual, I think. The two of us were like this even before coming to Homurahara. I wonder if this isn't the fate that was decided before we were born. Then let's end the ominous cycle of destiny with your generation. I give a warning to Tosaka, who looks to be getting more serious about her rival. If the Tosaka versus Ryudo feud does become a family affair passed through the generations, she might try to get a head start now. Also, it's unusual for you to hear you talk about shrines and temples. Weren't you a parishioner of the church in Shinto? I'm not Christian. You're mistaken, Emiya-kun. Certainly my fellow senior apprentice said that my father was somehow a priest. But the moment I realized he was supposed to become a representative of God, any desire I had to practice religion in that church vaporized instantly. Ah, I see. Archer? Archer. Tosaka's house is completely Western style, and so is her lifestyle. Moreover, since she'll be studying abroad after graduation, I never even thought about religion might be different. But if someone like Kotomine was a priest, then yeah, I doubt she would ever want to enter the faith. Even I'd be hesitant about it. This line of work suddenly doesn't lend itself well to being accepted by any religion to begin with. I don't go around proclaiming to be an atheist, though, seeing as it would just attract unwanted attention and distrust. Always best to avoid standing out, huh? Fortunately, in this country, it's easy to pretend being a believer of any faith, and no one's going to scold you over it either. Not like America. Because almost everyone in Japan would visit a shrine on New Year's, pay respects during Bon and Higan, and also celebrate Christmas. They're just kind of fun that way. And also, since truly powerful, skilled, and supernatural Buddhist practitioners can use my identity, that can guess my identity to appear from time to time, being unprepared is also not an option. Understood. I'll be careful. But really, seeing you at a temple. How to think of it? Tosaka being here is all kinds of wrong. Yeah, there it is. What? Sorry, I'm tipping my hand into revealing the things that I'm doing. Not reading. It's really strange that Webtoon's website on mobile has that weird like limit on it, but not on when I'm on like my computer or laptop or something. It's very strange. Anyway, come to think of it, Tosaka being here is all kinds of wrong. The serene and tranquil look might be suitable for a Saber or Sakura, though. Are you still complaining, Shirou? I guess it can't be helped. It may not look like it, but I'm actually a shrine maiden around New Year's. What? Tosaka. A shrine maiden? That's the first I've heard of him. You're at the Ryudo Temple? What a farce that would be. When Issei sees me as a shrine maiden, he'll think I'm a succubus violating his god's holy precinct. It'll cause a major uproar. No, please go. It's a different shrine, within the city limits, of course. That's a relief. But why a shrine maiden? With ties to the Tosaka clan, it's necessary to send someone from the family as a shrine maiden. Is there some kind of tradition? Oh. With ties to the Tosaka clan, it's necessary to send someone from the family as a shrine maiden. Is there some kind of tradition like that? Okay, I'll get all the good ones. Sort of like a high priestess of the Kamo shrine. No, it's just a nice part-time job to make some extra cash around New Year's. They give preferential treatment to those with experience. I was expecting some grand backstory, so I was a bit crestfallen, but it is true, though. Issei did tell me that almost all the shrine maidens you see around New Year's are part-timers. Interesting. Another can call. Damn. The Shinto shrines and Buddhist temples are no big deal to me. The Shinto shrines and Buddhist temples are no big deal to me. Huh? Did I fall asleep on that? Weird. Part-time job, huh? I guess even you have it pretty tough. I just blurted it out without thinking. I didn't really mean anything by it. I think I just saw Tosaka's eyebrow twitch. I can still manage without getting a full-time job. Why don't you try it out? New Year's part-time job, that is. For me? The light blue Shinto priest Hankama getup, huh? That's not far from the archery club uniform, so it wouldn't be that weird to wear. In fact, if anything, if I had to choose, I'd say putting on a jacket, waving an orange stick and acting as a guard or guide for visitors seems kind of like a better fit for me, don't you think? That does sound like it would suit you better. Leaving that aside, since this place is under my jurisdiction, I can't exactly ignore it. I come here sometimes on a patrol. Finally, she tells me the reason for her visit. As she says, this is an important site in the ley lines, so Tosaka wouldn't be able to neglect it just because there's a temple built on top of it. I see. How about a prayer while you're here? I don't have any business in the main building. I just need to check out the pond at the back of the underground cave. What are you gonna do? She's invited me to go with her. But if I do go, I think it'd be a hindrance. I shake my head, and Tosaka doesn't seem to mind. Alright. Then please go distract Ryudo-kun so we avoid a clash. Well, if you're meeting with Issei here, yeah, that would probably cause a clash. Tosaka passes under the mountain gate with a bitter smile. It translates the weirdest thing sometimes. It did, what was it, like Nekiren or something? For a reverse scale, but now it's literally translating Torii Gate. Unless I'm wrong about it. Do you want to see me in my Shrine Maiden outfit? I'll be honest, it's relevant to my interests. And look forward to it. Giving a smile that fills me with anticipation, Tosaka leaves. Bro, you can't just... Tosaka shrine maiden clothes. Definitely interested. Bro, you're in public. You can't go doing this kind of man. Fucking Hojiro's like right over there, man. You can't just say that shit, right? Nothing new at the Emmys at night, right? Ugh. Yeah. Well, that was an hour spent on an accident, so. Hey, I got some extra. So I will go do another loop, but we did get some extra stuff. So let's. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I'll probably use that one next time. A nice little Fate Zero one. This is the other one, right? That's good too. That's really good, actually. Hmm. I thought one of them would be like a Saber Alter thing, but I guess not. Oh, there is a Saber Alter thing. I will not be using that one. Interesting. These are cool. All right, anyway. Loop 2. Oh, that's right. My big fuck up was hitting this button instead of hitting this button. For the afternoon. All right. I just want to go on record and say that I want this one's. I'm gonna skip over it, but I think it's really funny. Nothing? Then we move on. Nothing, then we move on. Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, we'll advance the story a little bit. We don't. I don't think we move on to the main story until we tell Lancer it's go time. So I do want to see the flag list. Like their alliance. Church at night. Finale draws near. Now the agreement with the spearman has been reached to the battlefield. The Dread Mansion. Hearing obtained. Her remains have been obtained. Go to the harbor and try asking cooperation again. Guardian Swordsman. What's that? Hmm. Shinto and I know finish the challenge for to follow. Oh, is it the okay? Yeah. I don't think I really want to do that one yet. That's the one I've been explicitly avoiding. Is there really fucking nothing going on until the 4th day? I'm not even going with Saber? Like, what are we doing? Sure, he stayed. Yeah, there's just the thing with... Do we want to do the thing with Ilya, or do we want to... Because there's a bunch of... Yeah, let's just do the stuff in the afternoon. Here. Yeah, just these 3 things. Let's go talk to, let's talk to Lancer. It's unusual for the Riverside to show no signs of life. Townspeople's favorite place to relax is only 2 people. Oh, good. That's one ridiculously conspicuous and unusual pair to boot. That sure is rare. No, it's not the combination itself that's rare. By all rights, they should be at each other's throats. Heck, if it weren't for the fact that they would have one master, they'd be killing each other outright. But no, they're just chatting and eating ice cream. Ah, I'll have you know that it's my treat. Another shocking fact is revealed. When it comes to ice cream, it's very, very strong. It's the best after all. Together with completely pointless commentary. Incidentally, Lance is eating strawberry-flavored gelato. Oh, Onisan. Fuck, I had his voice and then I lost it doing cues. Onisan's shocked. Isn't that weird for the two of us to be together? Nah, it's gotta be all the talking part. You know, one of the kid froze up. You're looking cute and innocent, ain't right to begin with. It's like a different person. Way too much of a mystery. That growth process thing. It's a bigger gap than the one between monkeys and humans. Oh dear. I'm not very well liked, am I? I'd sure like to get along with my comrades under the same master, though. Though, well, now that I think about it, I've certainly done a lot of things that could lead to misunderstandings. Can't be helped, I guess. I ain't no misunderstanding. You were a full-on tyrant. That won't change no matter how you look at it. Gotta kick your ass once to fix that at the root. No other remedy. Gotta kick your ass once and fix that at the root. Okay. That's right. Why did I have to turn into such a person? But the future can't be changed. You'd have thought that knowing the future would be so depressing. A lot of people, actually. The blonde boy droops his shoulders dejectedly. I get it. I know that feeling. Just a little. Oh, wait. No, that's me. Or Shirou. I get it. I know the feeling, if only a little. Really? That's great. Then I can be good friends with you, Oni-san. I'm so happy. I finally met a person who can be friends with me even after I become an adult. That's not exactly what I was getting at. I can't get along with the grown-up you. Fundamentally incompatible with my tastes, you could say. Is that so? What a shock, Oni-san. Seems so normal. But even if he says that he prefers children, once they grow up, they're no longer to his taste. What a biased guy. Hey, that's not what I was saying. Hey kid, were you one of those folks? I see, so that's how it is. I thought it was weird out of all the heroic spirits of the sword, you pulled such a little kid out. It's not it, man, come on. My tastes are perfectly decent. We'll be together with that pervert blonde. That's rude. You're the last person I want to hear that from, Oni-san. That one time you were blushing over... Oh. Fuck. He ain't even wrong, which is what I hate. Damn it, Shirou. It's a serious crime. How did you know about that? King of Heroes' child? No. However, this has nothing to do with this. Saber's very childlike to begin with. Unfortunately. Oh yeah, she looks like a child to me. Especially when you put her against the likes of Red. That ain't a woman, but baby when it comes to mind. Shh, don't Lance-san. If you're gonna keep going like that, you'll make Raida-san our enemy too. I agree entirely. Could you please refrain from saying something so scary? Keep it up and you may just find a rocket sent your way, you know? Rocket? From where? From there. I can call it with a command spell if you want. Don't! I didn't know rocket, that's a fucking missile. A nuclear one at that. Yeah, she's dangerous, she is. And that's a mercy for her enemies. The blonde boy laughs merrily at the guy in the aloha shirt and just shrugs his shoulders. I know we're at a park at the weekend and all, but this pair might make a pretty fun combination. So, what are you guys doing here anyway? The aloha shirt guy doesn't even try to hide his displeasure. The blonde kid casts his eyes down sadly. That sure ain't like you. But there aren't many things you actually hate. Could it be something to do with the Holy Grail War? Don't be stupid. No way in hell I'd be bothered by some fight. Got a different headache this time. The Holy Grail War is a stroll in the park next to this one. It's the opposite with me. Compared to participating in the Holy Grail War, Well, I can certainly handle it, but... Really? Ain't head-on fighting better than some backstage intrigue? You're the type that likes to show strength, right? Even more so than me. The type that make it clear who's the boss. Our competition of pure strength is not smart. If at all possible, I'd like to win without fighting. Well, maybe the question of strategy and tactics aside. As far as showing who's the boss, she sure did that already, Lancer said. There's no room for doubt in her policy. Depends on the policy itself. Working people as hard as she does without a second thought. Gotta wonder who's still human here. I don't know about human, but isn't she just fine for a boss? That's true, I can't ever get along with that kind of personality. Being king, he's got to consider the point of view of everyone else in addition to your own. That's splendid. That's splendid. Hey kid, I got nothing to do with it, but I know this one total freak of a king. Looks down on everybody but himself, calls them mongrels, claims that everyone in the world gotta serve him, hates the guts of those that actually do like he says. Sound familiar? Sure does. Doesn't listen to what others tells him, thinks he can get anything with money, totally forgets the crap he did in one day flat. Has a terrible manners with women, gets rejected every other day, keeps coming back without ever learning anything. It's like, it's not, do you like me with him? It's more like, I have chosen you and that's all that matters. It's shit like that. Yeah, got no clue about repaying favors either. It ain't like he defaults on his debts. It's more like he chalks it up to a tribute he's entitled to, and what's more. Yeah, well, it's a finger for anyone else's sake. King of neats. Collects from those who work hard and then just puts his feet up. That's right. A real pain. Well, got nothing to do with anything, but what do you think of that guy? Doesn't really matter. And this blonde kid says from the bottom of his heart, wow, that sounds like a terrible person. Does such a guy really exist? Yeah, it's you. Oh, sure got the feeling that, kid. Yeah, were there anyone else here, I'd say they'd relate just as well. We both nod. The childlike king stares at us in wonder. So what are you guys really doing here? You keep dodging the question. I still have no idea what you're talking about. We just don't want to go back, you see? That's right. Our master's kind of a tyrant. Master? Their master? Kota me? No. What? He's been dead for like a half a year. There must be someone else who formed a contract with them and keeps these two in the world. What kind of person? I feel like I kind of know, but maybe not yet. Huh. So, what are they like? Wish I knew myself. All I know is that they're no less rough than their servants in the last one. How about you? You get any better treatment, kid? I don't know the details either. All I do is stuff like, the church handed me off to a monastery and I found my true calling. It's a bit troubling to hear an odd bit of personal history told with such pride, too. Well then, I couldn't entirely understand the story, but one thing is clear. These two share a natural enemy, and are brought to a sense of camaraderie never seen before. In short, you two are running away from your master. No way we'd run. Just dragging feet a bit before we get saddled with another stupid order. Lancer-san has it easy. His command spell bond is pretty weak. Tied like crazy. I can only give you one hint, Oni-san. That's a big scolding afterwards. No way. Sounds rough. Gotta really watch it when she's near and keep your mouth shut all day. Bet your fighter might like that, but for us ain't nothing but a torture. Two of them are looking quite depressed. Also, what was the thing about Ryder? That doesn't... So it's not that they fear her prowess as a mage, it's just that they dislike her as a person. I just remembered. Not too long ago, I got caught by some red cloth thing as I was walking here. The owner was asking about whether I happened to see a suspicious pair around. See you, kid. Just remembered some urgent business to take care of. Should you see her again, tell her you don't know about the blue guy. But the blonde guy comes to play in the parking lot. I'm afraid I cannot stay here anymore either. Should you see her again, please tell her you don't know about the blonde guy, but the blue one is at the harbor. The two of them exchange equally nihilistic looks. As expected of a war-hardened veterans that survived many battles. No matter how friendly they may look, they're always ready to kick each other below the belt. See you later. Watch out too, kid. Lance is running away at full speed in the direction of the harbor. See you next time. Should you feel like it, please keep her company for a little while. Not to be outdone by Lancer, the blonde kid rapidly escapes towards the Miyama streets. Well, alright then. Be carefree servants that play around in their master who forces manual labor on them. I do wonder which has the worst luck. As an unrelated outsider, I still can't decide. Things sure look lively, though. His new kind of love triangle, not the least among them. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing new here, so... Oh, shit, that's right. What was the one with Ryder? In Ryder's room. Go for a bath. Have a look. The things that suit Ryder. Oh, is that the date? The clothes date? And the final night. Okay. Alright. Fine. No, because if I was gonna say... Okay. We'll do one more goof-off loop. And then call it there. And then... come next week, we'll do the, we'll actually move forward. I didn't get any new wallpapers, did I? I already forgot if I did. I don't think I did, because it was just the one scene. Yeah. Me. Gotta check. Although I will say, I'm a little surprised I don't see anything like a thing with more Saber stuff, you know? Specifically in terms of like doing a Hoge thing. Have a rest. Stray Tiger. Wep. We do need to speed it up though, because I can actually feel myself getting tired. Maybe not the level of that day tired, but like I'm getting there. To the afternoon. Do I want to hang out with Rin? Or let's see what's up with Sakura. We'll see what additional follies we can see. I hear some inane noises. Ooh, in the living room? Sounds like Fujini. What is she up to? The girl shouldn't be making those sounds in broad daylight. Well, Fuji's not a girly age anymore, but... And so the girl loses her delicate side. Tosaka said the never-aging mentality is just an act she developed when it was just 3 of us not crowding things. But Fujini is steadily growing old by herself. And sure enough, it's Fujini in the living room. With Sakura? Senpai. It's Shirou. Feels good, nya. Oh. Make it either a cat or a tiger. With an unearthly sound, the wild beast undulates. I wonder what the hell Sakura is doing. A shoulder massage? Fujimura-sensei was feeling tired, so I'm giving her a shoulder massage. Sakura-chan, such a gentle girl. So attentive. I really wish I had a younger sister like this. Must feel quite good, and it shows. The stripes of her shirt are loosening up, and at this rate she'll be like butter soon. Is that right? A clumsy sister like me. But with a selfish little brother like Shirou, I'd never get a shoulder massage. That's mistaking the facts, Fujini. You forgot what you've done to me before. Back in the day, you used to get massaged to oblivion, right? Did I really? Sure did. My massage technique was honed on your shoulders. Oddly enough, when I tried the same on Kiritsugu, he didn't like it. Maybe he didn't have a stiff constitution. Or maybe he just wanted his knots. Who knows? So I ended up engaging in mortal combat with Fujini's stiff shoulders. Fujimura-sensei even got a shoulder massage from Senpai? Now that Shirou's gotten some strength, he could make it feel good and sort out all sorts of stiffness in a snap too. It makes me sad. Is that right? Sakura nods. Jeez, I didn't grow up just to be able to massage Fujini's shoulders. So that's what it was. That's great. Yeah, I didn't like doing it. Once I got started, I took my job seriously. Once the procedure got going, I didn't slack off till Fujini told me she was fine. I couldn't really just be lazy and get sent out by saying I was tired midway through. See, that's the way it is. When was the last time you were kind enough for a massage, I wonder? Oh, shit. Don't remember. Of course. It's not like I could just ask any guy for it, and it's been so stiff lately. Oh, really? Ah, here's a stiff spot. Ah, right there. Yeah. Fujini gradually loosens up. Though it's nothing like that, somehow the scene itself just looks strange. You really are fatigued, Fujimura-sensei. This job really can tire you out. May not look like it, but I'm being a good teacher, see? Oh my god, 10. Fujimura-sensei's a good teacher all the time. And I'm also glad to help a teacher like you. Sakura keeps massaging with glee. Besides, your technique is great, Sakura-chan. Oh, not at all. Yeah, I hear that by declare feelings this good are not fit for a maiden. What's with the embarrassing lingo? Hehehehe. Fujimura-sensei? I get it. You massage Shirou all the time, don't you? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But Sakura would, for me... What was that? Oh. JavaScript editor? What the fuck am I saying? No, of course not. Interesting. I was right, wasn't I? Oh, you, Shirou, getting all nice, gentle massage from Sakura-chan every night. So that's how she got so good at it. Genie. Oh, shit, my phone. But what you really want from Sakura-chan is a full body massage. Every nook and cranny. Is that why you're blushing so hard, Shirou? She giggles. Getting a massage from Sakura. That would make me stiff and tense instead. Tell her Sakura? No need to hide it. Oni-chan understands. Sakura's face is bright red as well. I wonder why. Ouch! It's not it, Sakura-chan. We don't do anything naughty like that. Sakura-chan, not there. My vital meridian point. Don't push it. I'm saying it's nothing like that. I don't massage every nook and cranny of Senpai's body. Nothing of the sort. Ouch! Ow! Fujina lets out a shriek like nothing before. Sakura, just what did you poke at in all the confusion? Sakura-chan, any more and I'm dead. Senpai, please say something. Me? This is getting serious. There's no time to be zoning out. Well, it'd be nice to get a massage. It would be nice to get a massage from Sakura, but see, Shirou does want it. Yeah. Fujini got carried away and got restrained once again. Scary. Same as Tosaka's. Sakura must be a master of some mysterious Chinese martial art. As far as I know. Ow, 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 ow. Sakura, it's all fine, but killing Fujini might be a little bit bad. Oh, sorry. I was putting just a little too much strength into it. That's what she says. Fujini, free at last, hasn't moved for a while. I see. Better watch your mouth while Sakura's giving you a shoulder massage. To think that Sakura possesses such a technique. What a mistake. Are you alright? Shall we keep going, Sensei? But I think it worked. Foot massages and whatnot don't hurt, so they don't work, you know? Moving her head side to side with a creak, she stands up. I guess that makes some sense. Thanks, Sakura-chan. It's much better now. Oh no, it wasn't that well prepared. One of these days, make sure Shirou's every nook and cranny is nice and soft. Not again. For me. So how many times did I tell you, Sensei? About Senpai and me? Oh, that's actively malicious. What pressure point technique? Death is upon Taiga. Fujini crumbles with maybe pain, maybe happiness on her smiling face. Entering Buddha's realm, or maybe nirvana, peaceful death. Sakura, do what needs to be done. I'm off to finish dinner then. Yes, Senpai. Fujimura-sensei, shall I show you some love? Sakura scary. All right. Good shenanigans, guys. What do we call it a day? I just in time too. Yeah. I don't know exactly. Because of the nature of Ataraxia being kind of skit-based, I don't exactly know how much of it I'm gonna read. Probably the important ones, you know, the exclamation points. But I think I'll just kind of skip over most of the gags, which is kind of like most of Ataraxia, but still. I don't think I have much else to say. a couple days ago when I was thinking about what to say during this. I was thinking about going on a Prisma Ilia based rant, but I don't know, man. The gist of it was like, man, I don't like that it's like the coolest Shirou with the coolest Unlimited Blade Works, and like I really legitimately, I really like the card system thing they got going on there. That's fucking cool as shit. So much else of Prisma Ilias is just like not what I'm about, and it's just so much. But I don't know. Maybe that's just a high hurdle that I'm too intimidated to climb. Coward that I am. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll read through Prisma Ilia. For anybody who is like, what the fuck is he talking about? Prisma Ilia is I guess it's a Stay Night spin-off. It's weird to describe. So if anybody here currently listening or watching this saw me do the gag where it's just Rin in her hyperdimensional chest, where we got to meet Ruby, Magical Ruby, or whatever the fuck her name was, and Ruby turned Rin into a magical girl, and then it's kind of implied that he also did it with she also did it with Luvia, although we didn't see that yet, so we'll see. But the premise of Prisma Ilia is that it's an alternate universe where it's kind of like the ultimate like good end for, at least the premise is a good end for like what's going on with the Emias, because like God, I wish I remembered more about Zero. Instead of if anybody remembers what happened in Fate Zero, in Fate Zero, Kiritsugu was forced to kill his wife and daughter for Holy Grail stuff, only to have none of those stick, I assume. And that was kind of the start of his depressive cycle that led him to kind of messing up Shirou in the way that he did. It's very interesting. And Prisma Ilia is just like, what if esteemed mage killer Kiritsugu Emiya realized that a lot of the sources of his problems were these specific mages, and went out hunting them. And so a lot of what Prisma Ilia is Ilia has been hidden in Fuyuki along with Irisville, her mom. Kiritsugu shows up sometimes when he's not traveling the globe, killing the Ainsburns. And they just have like really cool like family rom-com stuff. Not rom-com, that's going a genre too far, but slice of life close enough, until the Ilia, okay, what is supposed to be the Ilia from Stay Night and Hollow Ataraxia, I guess. That's how it was explained to me. Somehow travels to this nicer, cooler, more peaceful universe, and she's like, "Fuck this guy! I want that. Let me have that." And tries to kill and replace the Ilia of that universe, and shenanigans ensue. And because there's not actually like a real Holy Grail war going on, they can't actually summon heroic spirits. But what they can do is use these special cards to basically call the power of the heroic spirits to them, and they get like a cool outfit and like all of like the power. It's so fucking cool, and I really like that as a facet of the Nasuverse at large. And you just like, yeah, I want to be this. Especially since the Grand Order has built up so much with the servants. It's a fun thing to do. Unfortunately, it is also very close to some lolly stuff, and it gets really weird about it sometimes. But that's unfortunately also like the canon Ilya nowadays. They don't any Ilya content that you want is gonna have to be through Prisma Ilya instead of the cooler Ilya from here. But I've already explained my issues with the difference between Ilyas, so I don't want to go about rehashing that. Anyway, that's enough about that thing that I haven't experienced. So I'll call it there, guys. Hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, rest of your week. I didn't know that I was actually going to be doing this stream, because at time of recording, there's like YouTube has started their weird like age restriction tracking AI thing that's got everybody up in a tizzy, and so they were doing it's like a protest. The idea was to not use YouTube at all, which I was like, oh man, I kind of wanted to stream, but then I remembered I'm currently streaming on Twitch and won't upload the video on YouTube for a while. So however long the thing's gonna go, and I had like a really nice day without YouTube, so it was fun. I got to catch up on or at least start Crown of Candy. It's really good. Anyway, hope you guys take care of yourselves. Hope you're I don't know, eating something good, something healthy, and yeah, have a good one, guys. Take care.